Hello, my kings and queens. Question: have you been watering your flower? If not, that's okay. Come water yours. We gonna grow together. Y'all, I'm just sitting here riding and just talking, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how we have to be careful with what we give our energy to, because I feel like, not a lot of times, I'm gonna be blunt with y'all, not a lot of times I feel like getting up every day and just, doing whatever I need to do, or, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your mind be wanting to go, but your body be like, nah, can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you finally build up that energy to do that thing that you want to do, you know what I'm saying? You well rested, you feeling rejuvenated and you ready to go do it. And then something so small pops up and sucks the energy out of you. And I'm speaking from personal experience. And when it sucks the energy out of you, I mean it sucks the energy out of you. All of it. And sometimes it takes me a minute to regroup back to, my good, peaceful state. And I'm just sitting here just talking and thinking to myself, like, you got to be careful what you give your energy to. Kings and queens, we got to be careful with what we give our energy to, because the devil and the enemy, I was just listening to a podcast yesterday, and it was like the enemy is a thing or something, a thing or something that takes away or harms someone, or that makes someone feel bad. It's, what I'm trying to say, but it's not the full, correct sentences on how it was, worded. But, y'all get the concept. And she was saying sometimes we can be our own enemy. And sometimes it can be, the devil can send other people out there to distract you, and they be the enemy. You get what I'm saying? Anything that's distracting you and taking you away from whatever you want to do, that is allowing you to feel drained or just tired or ready to throw the towel in, that's the enemy. So sometimes you got to be careful with what you're giving your energy to, because sometimes we don't have a lot of energy to give out. And when you build that energy up to do whatever you want to do, it's gone in the snap of the finger, because you're allowing your energy to be taken away from something that don't even matter. From something that just don't even matter. It's like, we really have to be careful with what we give our energy to. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff is just not worth it. It's just not worth it. We done sat here and build up the energy for something that we wanted to do for years, and then a snap of a finger is gone. And then half of the time, if you're not careful, you fighting other people's demons that wasn't even assigned to you, and the whole time you done got into an argument with somebody, and now you taking on to what they is. Because when we talk, it's a spiritual thing. You translating words. You can't see it. You can only hear it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't see our spirit. You can only feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel what that person is saying, and it gets you so upset to where it takes over your temple, your body, and whatever, however you was feeling. If you was happy, now you finna be mad with that person. That person is mad. So now you finna be mad right along with them. Because you trying to fight. Let people just, you know what I'm saying, be them. Or whatever. If you see something and you coming across something and you don't like it, try to work on yourself so that same thing won't be feeding off your energy. Because these people can see the light. These enemies, they can see the light. They see that light that's within inside of you. And you see the light with what's inside of you. And sometimes your old ways try to tug on you and try to make you feel like you still that same person. No, you're not still that same person. Yeah, that person may still be attached to you, because that person is what made you. But you got to understand, this is not the person that you have to keep tapping into. You don't have to keep tapping into that person. You're not them no more. That person served its time for whenever it needed to serve its time. That person is up now. That person is gone now. Let that person rest in peace. God is doing a new thing. He is building a new person. So it's like, stop allowing these people to get that same response out of you. Because if you keep allowing people to see your triggers and you keep allowing them to pull it, then what? You can't keep allowing people to see your triggers. You can't keep allowing people to pull your triggers. You only have enough bullets for one thing. And not even for one thing, but the things that you want to do, that you have to be straight focused on. You can't just keep letting your bullets just go to waste. They just hitting them, and they bouncing right on off. Just imagine that. You got all these bullets. Just going to waste. You got 2 more left. And you sitting here wasting on this person that ain't even getting shot. Why they ain't getting shot? Because they not checking in with themselves. Why they ain't getting shot? Because they not realizing what they doing wrong. Why they ain't getting shot? Because they can't hold themselves accountable. Why they ain't getting shot? Because they can't face themselves. They can't look themselves in the mirror and say, this is wrong. Or maybe your old self, maybe you trying to run away from the new person that God is trying to ordain for you to be. And you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, this is wrong. You can't hold yourself accountable, so that enemy keep attacking you and put you in situations that you know you really don't want to be in, that you know you really don't want to deal with, but you're not real enough and big enough and smart enough and hard enough to tell yourself, nah, this ain't it. You got to be careful with what you give your energy to. Stop giving your energy to pointless situations and pointless people and pointless things that you know you don't want to do. Stop. You know why you need to stop? Because you're going to keep feeling tired. And you know why you keep feeling tired? Because you give your energy to the wrong thing. So every single time you go in that thing that God don't want you to give your energy to, guess what? You're going to feel tired. You're going to be irritated. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to want to give up. You're going to hate it. You know? You're just going to be all over the place. You're going to be emotional. You're going to be easily agitated. You're going to need your weed. You're going to need your whatever you do to keep you level, because your energy don't want to be there, you know? So come up with a plan. Think about what you really want to do. Think about what you want to do, that even if you wasn't getting millions and trillions of dollars, it will make you happy. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that's not going to allow you to have your energy suck the life out of you. Do something that's going to put back in you. And sometimes, even if you're not making enough money, when it's making you happy, your energy is going to already attract things that's going to have you at the top anyway. Because you're happy within for real. You ain't pump faking. You ain't acting like you don't want to be there. You really want to be there. So when your temple is clean and you really on that high vibration, that frequency to what can't nobody, excuse my language, fuck with you, then you winning for real. Then you winning. It ain't really about the money. And sometimes it can be about the money, but I just feel like whenever you're doing what God wants you to do and what you want to do, the money is going to come regardless, because you're pure, you're clean. But you're dirtying up your temple by being in these unclean environments. These environments that cause you to be dirty. These environments that cause you to be angry. These environments that cause you to be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with what you give your energy to. Some of these people you don't really need to be conversating with. Some of these people you don't really need to be hugging. Some of these people you don't really need to be sitting next to. Some of these people you don't really need to just be dealing with. Some of these places you just don't need to be dealing with. You just don't. Deal with things that's going to pour back into you. I was just talking to my friend, like, it's like a car. If you're not putting gas in your car, how do you expect it to drive? It's not going to be able to drive. It's going to turn completely off. Why? Because you ain't putting no fuel in it. What fuel is you putting in your body? Is it good fuel? Is you pouring water in your tank? Is you pouring sugar in your tank? What you putting in your tank? Is you eating good? Is you exercising? Is you feeding your mental? Is you finding different ways to grow every day? Is you speaking nice to yourself? Is you comfortable with who you are right now? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, good job, you did that. Or even if you didn't do a good job anyway, you did that. What is you feeding yourself? What is you putting in your tank? Because I guarantee you put some sugar in your tank, it ain't gonna move. And that's what's going on with us. You're not putting the right foods in your tank. You're not feeding yourself the right things. So every single time you feed yourself bullshit, excuse my language, but y'all, I just feel like I just need to be a little bit more blunt with y'all, because y'all get the clean side of me a lot. It's just not gonna work. Your car is not gonna be able to drive. It's gonna turn off completely. So be careful, be wise, be diligently. I hope I said that right. Y'all know I'm country. But be smart. Smart as a serpent. Because he just is slithering around. He done ran circles on all of us. I mean, done did circles. So, be careful, you guys. Because every day is a fight. Not one day you gonna get up and it ain't gonna be no fight. You just gotta choose what you want to fight. It can be a good fight or it can be a bad fight. But if you know you set yourself up to go in a fight that you know you ain't gonna win because you put yourself in these same old environments that you know is not growing environments, you know you're gonna lose. You already know what the outcome gonna be, but you still put yourself in it anyway instead of creating a plan to get out of it. And I get it. Sometimes it's hard. Oh, it's hard. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Trying to come up with a game plan when you're the only one in your family that really own their own business for real, that really see stuff that other people don't see, that really is a prophet for God, that really do things for real, that really fight in battles, that really get things that other people don't get. Oh, it's hard. When you're the only one and can't nobody tell you how to do what you want to do and you trying to figure it out by yourself, oh, it's hard. Very hard. And it's lonely. So I get it. But you got to ask yourself what side you want to be on. I always say it's a flip coin to everything. Just how you can get mad, you can be happy. Just how you can be happy, you can be mad. You just got to figure out what coin or what side that you want to be on. It's a lot of things that we can do out here to where we can have our peace of mind. You got to start living for you and doing what you want to do for you. And as I'm speaking to y'all, this is why I tell y'all every single time I kid on this channel, hey, kings and queens, have you water your flower? If not, come water yours with me. I say that because I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. Sometimes I have to come back and watch my own videos to get my mental together because not every day I want to talk. Not every day I want to get up and go to work or do whatever I have to do. You know? Not every day. But every day is a battle and you got to choose what side you want to be on. Everything is going to work out for your good. But at the same time, when you fall, you got to know how to get back up in a good way. You got to know how to take your L's, learn from your L's, and not put yourself in another situation to take that same L again. This is a learning lesson. We here to learn lessons. Not be sitting here giving our energy to things that don't really matter. Learn your lesson and get on about your business. You already learned that lesson, but for some reason you keep going back and repeating the same old lesson to where you're hindering your own growth. Next, you gonna stay in the 3rd grade? I just seen this video and it was saying the difference between progress and motion. Motion is when you moving but you stuck. Progress is when you moving forward, past. You see them trees passing by? Going past. Motion is when you just stop. I can't stop y'all because there's a car coming behind me. But you just stop. You're moving but you stuck. You got to figure out what side you want to be on. And allowing those same old L's to keep coming up over and over and over again, like a repeated cycle, that's not being in progress. That's not moving. That's being stuck. Because you learned what you needed to learn, but you still there. For what? That's not God. That's not why God got you here. You ain't here to just be building somebody else's stuff and doing whatever they want you to do. God said build his stuff. And whatever his stuff is going to support their stuff. But we too busy building their stuff to where we can't see his stuff. Be careful with what you give your energy to. Be wise on who you give your energy to. Be wise on who you surround yourself around. Be wise on what you feed your mental. Be wise on what you listen to. Be wise on what you eat. What you put in your tank? Sugar, water, Coke. What? You gotta feed what's feeding you. And I must be honest, we ain't eating. what you eat? We ain't. Fruit. Ice cream. What we eat? Gotta keep that battery charged. Stop eating ice cream. Eat some fruit. Be careful on what you give your energy to. And I must say, when it's time to unplug. That's something that God has been very heavy on me about unplugging. Unplugging, I always say that's hard for me to do. I don't know what unplugging is. Unplugging is like speaking Chinese to me. Like you said, huh? Unplug what? Stop doing what? Please. I'm not finna unplug nothing. I'm finna go until I can't go no more. And that's exactly how your energy be gone. Because you going for the wrong things. Going for the wrong things. Things that don't even give a damn about you. People, places, whatever you want it to be. They don't care. Be careful on what you give your energy to. I just wanted to come in here and check in with y'all today. And just, give y'all a little motivation. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, but I must admit, it's growing time for me. And not every day I feel like it. Getting up. When you're the one that's pushing others, so much is being taken out of you to where you got to learn how to push back into yourself. And when I come on here, I don't just come on here just to be talking, excuse me, y'all, just to be talking out of my ass. And I told y'all, I'm going to be a little bit more blunt. I'm going to be me. I'm not finna be all sedity and acting like I'm perfect and like I don't curse. Like, yeah, God know what I'm going to say before I even say it. So it's like, I'm going to be me. But I don't come over here to talk out of my ass. I wait till God give me a message. I wait till God speak through me so he can speak to y'all. And I make sure that y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm not finna just be, because I'm not worried about no clout. I want y'all to actually get it like I get it. I want y'all to actually understand like I understand. So, everything is going to work out for your good. But I really want y'all to just meditate on this word and receive it. Take it to God in prayer. And just, see if it benefits you. See if it aligns with what God wants you to do for you. And I hope you keys and queens have a blessed day. May love and blessings come your way. Oh yeah. Be careful what you give your energy to.